Hey everyone! We are finally getting after this bit of MCU content very soon in Wandavision. A round of applause for that. I hope you all join me, otherwise that was just sad. I want to do a couple of videos around the show. I've already done one on what I want to happen in Wandavision. This is an origin video, and then maybe a review if you want a review of the show. Maybe I'll just eat my feelings instead. Who knows? Maybe a video on Darcy, what she's been up to since Thor. The spitball in here. I'm not sure yet. But to kick off what I'm sure will be a highly viral video, we are going to look at the origins of Monica Rambeau, who will be a prominent character in the new TV show and in future Marvel projects. Wandavision is the second MCU outing for this character. We were introduced to her in Captain Marvel as a young girl, the daughter of Captain Marvel's best friend Maria. So it's going to be interesting to see what she's been up to since then and how that fits into the show and how she got her powers, if she even has powers in the show. This time around, Monica will be played by Teyonah Parris. This video is her comic book origin, not her MCU origin. If you want an MCU origin, well, I basically just told you it anyway, or just go watch Captain Marvel because that's it. Let's get started. Monica Rambeau made her first comic book appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man Annual issue 16 in October 1982. Monica Rambeau was created by Roger Stern and John Romita Jr. Monica was born to Frank and Maria Rambeau, a fighter and seamstress respectively, in New Orleans. She grew up in a great family unit with parents who support and love her, and it's honestly nice to see a supportive family in a comic book. They seem like great people, to be honest. As an adult, Monica became a lieutenant in the New Orleans Harbor Police. Also on top of that, she worked on a cargo ship as its captain. She's a busy woman. While on duty one day, Monica attempted to stop a dangerous weapon being used. She ends up destroying the weapon, but in doing so she was exposed to an extra-dimensional energy which gave her various strong powers, including the ability to fly, which is, always useful, superhuman speed, as well as the ability to transform her outward appearance. Although she can change her face, she can't change her physical shape, like her body. Monica can also transform herself into any form of energy, and that's just a small portion of her newly gained powers. After a tumultuous start with her powers, Monica decided to put them to good use to help innocent people, and she soon stepped out as Captain Marvel, a name given to her by the general public. The Captain Marvel name originally belonged to a character named Mar-Vell, a Kree Avenger and hero in his own right, who had recently passed away. Monica didn't originally think she should take the name, but with some reassurances from Ben Grimm that Mar-Vell would want her to have it, she kept her new Monica and became the second Captain Marvel. Thanks to Spider-Man, Monica is introduced to the Avengers, who helps her with a new power set, helps her to gain control, and gets her the training she desperately needs. Monica grows close to Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp, and Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, forming a friendship with the original members because, well, why wouldn't you? It's Janet and Steve. She soon makes her way up the hypothetical ranks of the Avengers and becomes a fully fledged member of the superhero group, and eventually she becomes the leader, taking over from her close friend Janet. She actually had quite a lot to deal with while in charge in the beginning, as she had little to no experience leading superhuman people with extremely big egos. She was constantly being undermined by certain members of the team because they're dicks. So it was definitely a learning curve, one she came out on top of. As the leader, she led them into many battles. For example, she led them against the X-Men on multiple occasions. But as it happens, her leadership is short-lived, as when Namor's wife, Marina, turned into the sea monster Leviathan, a sentence I didn't think I would ever say, Monica stepped up in the full heat of battle to stop the monster. She turns herself into a lightning bolt. Unfortunately, now as the lightning bolt, she touches the water, which anyone with basic science skills knows is a definite no-no. This accident caused Monica a great amount of trauma. She rapidly aged now without her powers. I imagine she looks like the aged Doctor. Although she could handle herself without her powers, because she's badass, she retires from Earth's mightiest heroes for a short time, to take some time for herself and to relax. Eventually, of course, Monica recovers and gets her powers back. She becomes a reserve Avenger, helping when needed and leading the group when called to do so. Best of both worlds. Hero on the weekend, part-time gig. Monica starts a charter business as a full-time job. Again, a very, very, very busy woman. Captain Marvel was not Monica's only hero name. She also went by Photon and Pulsar. I kinda like Photon, and she currently goes by Spectrum. Kinda like Photon better. And that is it. That is Monica's origin. Comic book origin. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel because I do videos every single week, and click that bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Wandavision is coming out very, very soon, and I am super excited. Like, we need some more Disney Plus content. Mandalorian has just finished, and it was chef's kiss. It was amazing. So I need some more Disney Plus stuff. Any video suggestions, please let me know down below. And if you want me to do reviews on each episode of WandaVision, or maybe the series as a whole, because I know it's gonna be episode by episode per week, let me know down below. I know they've had some good reviews for the show, so fingers crossed that it's gonna kick off a great next, I don't know how, 10 years? Probably not 10 years, for the MCU. And I will see you next time. Bye everyone.